Now, our question here at the bottom says, based on the table above, is the pay proportional to the hours worked? So they are asking, is the pay Y proportional to our hours X? In order to determine that, well, in this case, we created the table. This is not a set of data given to us, it's data that we created. And each time we created our Y value by multiplying our X times our constant of 8. And since we have the same constant unit rate for each entry, therefore, yes, we know, yes, Y is proportional to X because they use the same constant unit rate, and that is K is equal to 8. Now, there are a couple of other ways that we can test this just to check ourselves to make sure. And we talked about these in yesterday's lesson. One way is by doing cross multiplication of different entries in our table. So let's start with our first one, which is we have the proportion of 8 over 1. And we're going to compare that to our second entry. Our proportion is 16 over 2. Oh, excuse me, that's right. 16 over 2. All right. If we set these up equal to one another, we multiply, cross multiply our means, 1 times 16, and our extremes, 8 times 2. We find 1 times 16 is 16, 8 times 2 is 16, and yes, these are equal. So those two show that it is proportional. Now, in order to really know for certain, we would have to test not only the first ones, but every other one as we go, setting them up and cross multiplying. That's one method. The other method we talked about yesterday is if we divide. If we divide our first one entry here, we have 8 over 1. That means 8 divided by 1. And our answer here is 8. For our second one, we have 16 over 2. 16 divided by 2 is 8. For our third, 24 over 3. 24 divided by 3 equals 8. Next, we have 32 over 4. 32 divided by 4 equals 8. Next, 36 over 4.5. 36 divided by 4.5 equals 8. Our next one, 40 over 5. 40 divided by 5 equals 8. 48 over 6. 48 divided by 6 equals 8. And finally, 52 over 6.5. 52 divided by 6.5 equals 8. So again, whether you find this by using your proportional constant unit rate, or you do your division, and in this case you are finding that rate, or you use your cross multiplication method. Any of these are the other ways that you can use to prove that yes, the pay Y is proportional to the hours X.